Hi, Will.
Hey, Mahmoud, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
Will you kindly introduce yourself and briefly tell us why are you running?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, welcome to our office, which is located in my basement. Um, and I'm very pleased and honored to be the BC Liberal candidate for Coquitlam, Maillardville. Ça fait énormément de plaisir d'être le candidat pour les libéraux de Colombie-Britannique et j'espère vous inspirer et trouver votre vote pour dans les élections le 24 octobre. I hope on October 24th you can support us because, I've stepped up for this election because I need to do it for us, for our families, and push back. Frankly, we shouldn't be in an election during a pandemic. I'm very disappointed that the NDP have decided to pull the trigger on what is clearly a power grab. So they've called an election during a pandemic when they were clearly, doing just fine, working in a collaborative situation on a Team BC approach, and they decided to turn this into a partisan fight and get us back into the polls. They also decided that during the time that they were working with the Greens in their partnership, that they would withhold monies. And now, mysteriously during an election, they're taking our taxpayer money and turning around and asking you if you'll vote for them for a $1,000 buyout. I think it's bad politics. I think it's bad optics. I'm disappointed that they've decided to take this tact, frankly. There was a time this year when all three parties were working together to make sure that we were all safe and secure and finding a pathway to getting us out of this pandemic safely. So now what do? Where are we now? Well, do we believe that the BC NDP called an election 1 year early, breaking their own law around elections and fixed dates, because there's another reason other than a power grab? The absolute fact is that offering people money that they could have offered 2, 3, 4 months ago is part of an election plan. Having many of their ministers and other MLAs resigning prior to their leader waking up on a Saturday morning to decide this should be an election is disingenuous.
Well, let me ask you something. Why are you running for BC Liberal? I mean, in other words, what makes BC Liberal is different?
I chose to step up with the BC Liberal Party because there's a plan that the BC Liberal Party has to get us safely through the pandemic, but also to invest in how we get economically back on our feet within 5 years. So part of that includes affordability and affordability now. So a 1 year tax break from the PST will allow people to have more money in their pockets. The immediate breakup of the monopoly of the ICBC will happen so that especially young drivers can get better rates for their insurance. We're also going to be tackling the housing issues and getting people in more affordable housing quicker than what's happening, especially here in Maillardville. We know there's pockets of Maillardville that need new developments, and those investments will come. We also need to invest in infrastructure. That's why there would be a bridge built instead of the Massey Tunnel. That's why there's a hospital plan in Richmond and in Surrey. As well, in our own riding, it's essential that we do something about that interchange around Brunette. So we need those things to happen immediately. And we also need to know that in Maillardville, Coquitlam, as the rest of the province, 98% of our businesses are small businesses. We're losing small businesses daily. We need to invest in those small businesses, and right away they will receive a 0% tax, and the 2% tax will be taken away. So those are the reasons that there's a plan, and the plan is revolved around people, all people. So I'm pleased to be ready to go and fight for our community.
Thank you. Well, let us go to the phone banking and door knocking.
Let's get on those calls.
Bye.